Alright, hello and welcome Z2 speedrunning folks. This is a video that I was requested of. What we're going to be going over is an alternate route to Z2 100% all keys. Alternate to the standard route being, of course, Magic Cave first, then Heart, then P1. And then save Shield Town until after P2. What I'm going to go over here in this little tutorial is a different way to do it. We're going to go right to the Heart first, using a double bubble pattern that's pretty easy. We're going to go to P1, then we're going to pick up Shield after P1, then go to Magic Cave, and then Trophy Cave, then Jump Town, etc. But we'll get to that. So I'll probably just go through this, making save states as I go, and I'll probably edit this as well, just so you see just the condensed parts, most important parts. So as you see right away, I'm exiting left out of North Palace, which is important. You have to exit left or else this double bubble pattern doesn't work. Find your preferred path to the cave here. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't get that encounter. I would recommend learning how to kill this louder with the low beam, because it does help. But, as you can see, I missed it. That's fine. It's fine, too. You get the same exact pattern every time here. What we're going to do is wait at the standard dodge tile, go to the right as soon as it spawns, then down. We're going to exit left out of here, no delays. We're going to enter the heart screen. We are going to fall to the heart. We are not going to do any further delays here. We're going to wait at the northeast tile. It should be 2 fairies and a bot. Pause buffer here, up, and a little stab cancel there to delay as I'm exiting left. Note that a crouch stab will also work. So either you have to delay as you leave that last screen, stab cancel, or a crouch stab. Alright, we will do something different here, and that is we are going to kill this skeleton before we even go upstairs. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But this is on purpose. We are going to purposely put the drop at the orange IK at the candle. Alright, as I'm entering this room with the bubbles, you see my XP. I have killed 4 small enemies and 1 extra large enemy that we normally wouldn't kill, which is that skeleton before we went and got the first key. Or I'm sorry, the second key upstairs. It's important to get attack 2 in before you enter the candle room, or else you'll be facing that first Chewy, which we will kill at attack 1, and you don't want to do that. It's several more hits. I think it's like 8 versus 6 hits, maybe something like that. But either way, it's not good to face that with attack 1. So that's the reason we killed that skelly upstairs. The reason we don't normally do that is so that we put the drop on an enemy that has lower XP, thus really maximizing your XP. But since we're doing this route, we skip the cave. It doesn't matter where you put the drop on the large enemies, because you need both 200s if you want to attack 4 anyways. So that's the reason that we put it on the IK in the candle room. So I'm going to just kill 1 of these bots here. Hopefully they behave. And perfect. I'm going to take attack 2 off of this bag on the bridge. Alright, we kill this Chewy however you please. I like double hits. Okay. This is the first big deviation. If this drop is a jar, you basically have 2 choices. But either way, if that's a jar, you're going to leave this palace with attack 3. And thus it's going to be an attack 3 run. Even if you kill all of the remaining large enemies and get a 200 bag at the end, it's still not going to get you attack 4. It might get you a little bit of help with XP-wise, but either way, not attack 4 at this point. So, either A, kill all the remaining enemies and the drop still won't help you, or B, learn how to skip all the remaining enemies. Basically what we do in Horsehead percent, and that's what I'm gonna show you both routes. I'm gonna make a save state right here. Actually, I'll keep the other save state, and I'll show you what it is if you do a bag. But we're gonna do jar strats here. But it's important to leave this palace on a drop count of 0, either way. So after this point, kill all the remaining enemies or skip all of them. Just know that killing all is not going to help you. Just jump over this. Jump over the bot, you don't need it. We've already killed this skelly coming up. Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to show you how to skip all of these enemies, just like how we do in Horsehead percent. Kind of get the timing down, it's a little tough, but 1, 2, 3, stab, block, jump over. Crouch stab, crouch stab. That's basically the easiest way to do that. I'll show you how to easily skip this Chewy here. You can hold right the entire way and still get under him. I'll just show you how the way I do it. I'll jump at a certain point, and I'll explain that in a minute. Jump here, jump at the door, stab, and as long as you continue to hold right, you'll get right under that Chewy. I'm going to show you the spot from which to jump from that you're safe. If you see the window in the wall right directly above Link here, it's one crack after. So to get through the mazes without slowing down or without doing a wiggle or anything, it's just a hold right strat. You need to jump from, at minimum, this point that I'm standing at right here. You do not have room on the front side of that. So if I jump from right here, I would likely get hit. Jump from here, you're good. Jump from here, you're good. Here, you're good, and probably even from about here. So you have a significant window of opportunity to jump from and still get through the mazes cleanly without doing a little wiggle strat. Let's see if I can do that again. Alright, I'm going to show you how to skip this orange IK. First, I'm going to just kill it so I can show you where to jump from. Okay. You can jump, and it's going to be, these are 3 tap jumps. So basically just tapping A as soon as you hit the ground. I'm going to jump 3 times, first of which is going to be from right here when you're holding right. See how Link's foot is kind of touching this crack at the end of this ledge here. So what we're gonna basically do, tap, 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 stab. The problem is, IK can stab high or stab low at you, so you just kind of have to be wary of that. If he stabs low, you just have to do a crouch stab rather than a standing stab to block it. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. Tap, 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 stab. And do another little jump and falling standing stab there. Tap, 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 stab, jump, stab. Alright, pretty easy. And then just kill Horsehead as you normally would. Alright, let's see if I can go back to if that drop is a bag in the candle room. Let's see if I can go find that. And I'll show you what to do in that case. Alright, if this is a bag, grab it, cancel it, and from this point we are going to kill all of the remaining enemies, and the last IK will be a drop. Just kill these large enemies as you normally would. Kill this Chewy in your preferred method. I like doubles. We kill this IK in your preferred method, and hopefully it's a bag. Take the attack level, and cancel, and we will be leaving this palace with attack 4. But for the purposes of this video, what I'm going to show you here is if we had the jar drop in the candle room and we're leaving this palace with 311. Kill Horsehead in your preferred method. As you can see, that is the bare minimum amount of XP I needed to leave this palace with 311. We'll take the attack 3 as soon as it ticks up to it. Alright, right from Parappa Cave, we are going to go to Shield Town. I'm going to pick up the shield spell right now. Alright, here we are leaving Shield House. We are going to exit this town, and we're going to go to Magic Cave from here. There's a couple of different routes you can do, but I'm going to show you the one I do, which requires a downslink. We're going to exit out of this town, go directly west. Don't go up or down, directly west. Just wait at the last forest tile, and we're going to do a downslink. I've seen other methods that involve stopping earlier and then doing some sort of like an up dodge or a down dodge. I have not had success with that, so I'm just going to show you the slink method. Exit left, wait at the forest tile, pause buffer, downslink, and then go directly to the cave from this point. Okay, as you can see, this magic cave is lit up, as not normally is, but what we're going to try to do in this cave, you don't need to kill all of the enemies. We are going to try to do this cave without slowing down. And I'll kind of explain why in a second here. I'll reset it. See if I can demonstrate that here. You can jump that first one. It's pretty easy to do so. Jump from the second to last brick. Jump, jump, reverse crouch stab. If you miss that octo, it's fine. You can kill it or you can miss it. It doesn't really matter. Most important thing here is you don't want to slow down. Now, we are leaving Magic Cave. Now, the reason I said not to slow down is because the walk from here to Trophy Cave is easier if you don't slow down this cave. If you do no slowdowns like you saw me do, you'll get a random walk, which is basically easier to dodge. And if that's the case, we're going to go straight up from here. We're not going to go to the right. We're going to go straight up and around to the west of North Palace. Pause buffer here. As you can see, it is likely going to be some sort of fairies or like a random movement. So usually this is pretty easy to dodge. We're going to go just like that and go directly up to Trophy Cave. But let's say I did get slowed down here. Let's say I get hit by a Louder or Nocturok. What you're going to do there, since it won't guarantee you a random walk, is you're going to take your chances going to the right of North Palace. That's not always guaranteed either, but it's the same number of steps. So, in other words, basically, if you do that cave, no slowdown, go straight up. If you get slowed down, go to the right. That's basically the easiest way I can explain it. Exiting Trophy Cave, it's exactly the same as if you were on a normal run. Go straight to Jump Town from here. It's important to switch to jump right here as soon as you acquire the jump spell. A lot of you may already be used to not having to switch to it because you don't have shield yet, but you don't want to be casting shield in Jump Cave, so switch to jump at that menu. Alright, everything was normal, as it always is after leaving Jump Town, and even through Death Mountain, everything is normal. Nothing deviates until we get to leaving Fairy Town, actually. So go through Death Mountain as normal, as you normally would, whether you have an attack 3 or attack 4, normal route, normal drops, normal XP, level ups, etc. And then you do normal boulder dash, and then you go get the fairy spell, and I will meet you at exit of Fairy Town. Alright, we have skipped ahead a little bit, and we have went through Death Mountain, we got the medicine, we have retrieved Downstab, we have got the fairy spell, and we're about to leave the fairy spell house at the moment. So, standard route from Fairy Town is to go to the Heart Cave. But remember, since we have Shield already, if you did that, you would end up going from here to Heart Cave, then to P2, and then you would be faced with the infamous Tomb Walk, which is walking from exit of P2 to King's Tomb. And I was not ever successful finding anything good with that. So instead of that routing, what we're going to do is go from Fairy Town to P2, then from P2 to Heart Cave, and then from Heart Cave to King's Tomb, and I'll walk you through the steps to do that successfully. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we are going to do an intentional crouch stab before we leave this town. Anywhere here, that's fine. We're going to go directly to the path. We're going to break this boulder and intentionally take an encounter on the west side of this boulder. We're going to exit and go straight up. First spawn will happen as soon as you hit the grass, dodge it. There'll be another spawn here. You'll do an up dodge the same way as you normally would, as if you were coming from Heart Cave. And then from here on in, it will be the normal walk to P2 as if you were going from Heart Cave. I'm not going to show you the rest of that because it's the same as normal. Alright, what's important to know is that if you do not do a crouch stab before leaving this town, or at least some kind of a delay, a crouch stab is what has worked best for me. What can happen, and maybe I can show it to you, it may or may not happen, but it will definitely can happen, is that you'll take this encounter here, like normal. You can dodge this first one like normal, but this last spawn here before you enter the swamp, if you don't do a delay before leaving town via crouch stab, this spawn can chase you. Doesn't do it all the time, but it can chase you if you don't do a delay. I've never had it chase me if I do a crouch stab, so that's why I do a crouch stab. Right there it didn't, so I got lucky there. And again, this is the same normal to P2. And one more thing, this walk to P2 from here, you never ever have to waste a step. I'll show you what I mean by that. So you'll take your normal encounter there again. You will do a little up dodge here. Now, if that spawn right there was a back spawn and you could just hold left from here without having to up dodge, you still don't have to waste a step. Just know that no matter what happens, you don't have to waste any turnaround, and you just go. Maybe important to note that if you left P1 on a 0 count and you went directly from Fairy Town to this palace, that will be your drop. Just FYI. So if you like doing this death abuse here, just note that it's fewer hits because you don't have the heart yet. It's pretty easy to set up, actually. Or if not, you can just kill it like normal as well. Not a problem. Alright, here we are at the end of P2. We're actually going to go to Heart Cave, remember. We're not going to go to Shield Town. Just do your best to do a walk just like you normally would here. It's always kind of a crapshoot. It's actually not too bad. Do the swamp as fast as you can, of course. And just try your best to dodge to this cave. It's not always going to be that easy. Do not ferry this heart, because you will need ferry for the drop into P3. From Heart Cave to King's Tomb. The only difference from Heart Cave to King's Tomb than from Shield Town to King's Tomb is that Heart Cave is a little bit closer. I don't know the exact amount of steps, but it is closer. So you have to waste 2 steps rather than just 1. If you don't waste those 2 steps, you will get an encounter, likely in the desert or even in the graveyard. So I'll show you where you have to do the steps. You wait in the normal grass tile as if you would coming from Shield Town. You do your nice pause buffer, or however you do this timing. Dodge it correctly. You waste a step here, and you also waste a step here. You have to do both of those, or you will get an encounter somewhere. And that is it. Once you reach this point, which is King's Tomb, the rest of the entire run, including Eastern Continent, all of it is the normal strategy, normal level up, no deviation from routing. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or hit me up in Discord, but thanks for watching. I hope it works out for you. I hope it helps somebody. And I'm out. Catch you later.